So sarcopenia is when you have the breakdown of muscle tissue throughout your body, and it usually happens right around the age of 50 years old. You start to lose 2% of your muscle mass, and you might think, who the hell cares, 2% of my muscle mass? What do I care? I got bigger problems to worry about than 2% of my muscle mass. But okay, fine. You don't hit the gym, you don't go work out, and you get weaker and weaker and weaker, so much so that by the time you get to 75 years old, over the course of the last 25 years, now you're only 50% as strong as you used to be. And now you might think, well, so what? It's old age. It happens. What do I care? I'm happy I'm at 75 years old. Great. However, you go through the ages of 65 to 80 years old, you are losing 8% of your muscle mass a year. Again, you might think, I don't care about these percentages of muscle loss. I don't care. You should care. Why? Because as you lose muscle mass, you lose strength. As you lose strength, you lose your physical independence. Now you care. It's like compounding interest when you put your money in a bank, right? We're all looking to see what the best interest rate we can get to put our money in the bank. Because if you get 10% of $1,000, now you got $1,100. Okay, now you're gonna get 10% on top of that. And it just keeps going, it's compounding, it keeps growing more and more and more and more. So after so many years, oh my God, that initial amount that I put in, look how much it's compounded. Well, this happens in the reverse. Now you're losing 10% of your muscle mass, and like I said, between the ages of 65 to 80 is 8% that you're losing. So whatever you had, now you have 8% less. Next year you have 8% less. Just think about it in the end. Instead of thinking about muscle mass, just think, I'm losing 8% of my physical independence every year. And it's compounding. Next year I'm gonna lose 8% of whatever I have left. And then next year, 8% of whatever I have left from that. It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. What do we all call that? Oh, it's just old age. BS, it's not just old age. Why? Because there is so much evidence out there. Just Google senior citizens being fit, and you'll see 90-year-olds running marathons, lifting weights, powerlifting, sprinting, doing yoga, Tai Chi, all the things that you need to be doing when you should be older. These people are doing it. Why? And they're keeping themselves more active. Why? Because they don't want to wither away and die in some nursing home. They want to die on their feet. They don't want to sit there on their backs, intubated, dying from sores in their bodies or pneumonia or all these kind of things that take people when they get older. They want to go out on their terms. They don't want to sit there and wither away and be a burden on their families. They want to go and they want to be as independent as possible to the day they go. And that is the way everybody should be dealing with it. Every time I talk to senior citizens here in my clinic, and I say, you have to be lifting weights, you gotta lift weights. They go, oh yeah, I have weights at home. I have the little 2-pounders. Sorry to burst your bubble. I know that's like it makes you feel better that you have these 2-pounders, these little pink weights at home. It's not doing anything for you. The moment that 1 or 2 pounds becomes where you could just lift it more than 10, 12 times and you could just keep going, it is a waste of time. It is a massive waste of time. Why? Because it also makes you think that you're doing something for yourself when you're not. Or they say, well, I walk. Well, that's great. We've been walking since we're 1-year-olds. You're not going to get a cookie because you walked. Walking is good for physical, health. You can walk around. It's good cardiovascular exercise, but you're still losing that muscle mass every single year. And if muscle mass equals strength and strength equals function, well, what's a functional activity? Walking's a functional activity. That means you're going to lose 8 to 10% of your muscle mass, your independence in your ability to walk every year. And what do we see? We start seeing people walking around, and all of a sudden they need a cane because they need that one arm to help them. All of a sudden then they need 2 arms, so now they start using a walker. Or, God forbid, they fall. In one of the other videos I did, they fall, you break a hip. Now all of a sudden you're deathly afraid of even walking, and there's a high mortality rate with people that fall and break their hips. Within a year, a lot of people, almost 30%, pass away because they just sit there, they don't want to move. That should be like alarm bells everywhere for everyone to see that we need to keep moving, and just walking and having 3-pound cuff weights or dumbbells next to our beds is not going to cut it. Every one of these gyms now are out there. They're offering memberships. There's Silver Sneakers that's out there. It's a program paid through Medicare. They'll reimburse you for your membership. There are these gyms that offer ridiculous discounts for senior citizens, $15, $20 a month. If you think it's too much, Try paying for healthcare when you're down at the bottom. Now you need to spend a lot of money just to get back up, to be able to stand up from a toilet seat without needing help. Would you rather spend money on preventing all that from happening, or would you rather be forced to having to pay all the money to clean yourself up or to try to get yourself moving again, just to perform basic daily activities, just being able to stand up and walk out of your house? You need help. You got to pay somebody to sit there with you. You got to pay someone to come to your house and help you shower or bathe or cook you food. Wouldn't it be easy to just spend $15, $20 a month and go to the gym and work out so you could do all that stuff on your own, not bother your kids, not bother your grandkids, not have to sit there and come out of your savings to pay some stranger to come into your house to do it for you? Isn't it easier to do that? Of course it is. We all know it is, but inherently, many people are lazy. They think, oh no, I'll take care of it later. I have family members now. I tell them, you got to go to the gym. You got to lift weights. They act like I'm crazy. And I look at them and say, hey, what the hell do I know? I don't know anything. You know what? I'm just telling you the things that I've seen patients come in when they're in their 40s, and then they come back when they're 60, and they're so much worse than they used to be. I've seen patients that are coming when they're 60, 70 years old, and they don't see them anymore because they passed away at 75, 80 years old because old age took them. It doesn't have to be this way. And I'm sorry to make it so simple, and I'm sorry to come across a little bit fired up, but it's getting a little frustrating where you got to tell people over and over again, hit the gym, work out. Somebody my age, I'm 47, I should be hitting the gym all the time. I slack once in a while, but I always find my way back and I go back to the gym. Somebody over the age of 50 years old should have a gym membership. They should be going to the gym at least 3 to 4 times a week. You should be spending at least 45 minutes in the gym, and you should be lifting heavy weight. Make sure you do it correctly, but you should be doing weight. And what's heavy weight? Any weight that you can do at least 8 times, but no more than 14, 15 times. When you get to that 15th repetition, it should be a huge struggle. And then next time you go back and you lift the weight again and you feel like, oh, 15 is not bad, I could do 20, then bump the weight up a little bit so you go right back to the 15th repetition or the 12th repetition, somewhere around there. It's not an exact science of, oh, I hit 13 or I should have hit 4. Anywhere in that 10 to 15 repetitions, you should feel like I can't do anymore. And once you get past 15, then you got to increase the weight, so you can therefore make it more challenging. Keep a diary with you, keep a little journal, say today I did the leg press machine, I did it at 100 pounds, and I did 14 reps. Next time you do it again, I'm gonna bump it up to 110 pounds. That's it. Ladies out there, you're never gonna grow and start putting on muscle mass. That's the excuse I always heard. Oh, I don't wanna get bulky. And I feel like looking at some of these women and saying, just help yourself get off from a toilet seat and then worry about getting bulky later. Don't sit there worried about getting bulky now. You can't stand up from a chair without 2 people holding on to you. You're worried about getting bulky? How about let's just worry about getting out of the house if it's on fire, and not, and worry about being able to move and not trip and fall on your face. Let's worry about that before you start giving every excuse under the sun as to why you don't want to go lift any weights. I know it's taboo for the older generation. They think, oh, weightlifting, oh, I don't want to do that. We need to do it. It is the very best medicine for you. Now, we have a program at our office where you can come in. It's called the personal training program, where you come in, you pay out of pocket, you get 10 sessions, you pay 20 or 20 sessions. We'll teach you how to work out if you don't know how to lift weights, if you don't know how to exercise, you don't know the rules of exercise, because there are plenty of them. But there's millions of different things that you can Google and say exercise routine. How do I hit all the major muscle groups? You want to hit your legs twice a week with at least a 5-day difference in between each one. It really, because your legs are what keeps us mobile, right? You want to keep your upper back and your rotator cuff and everything strong, yes, but what keeps us mobile and moving are our legs. So let's make sure we hit those at least twice a week with a good amount of rest in between. Exercising is not difficult. It's once you get into it, once you start learning how to do it, it's fun. You go in, I see all the time in the morning when I go in, I see a bunch of senior citizens talking to each other. They're working out, they're having a good time. It's social. You get out of the house, especially for people that might be widows or widowers. You get out of the house, you talk with different people, you're exercising, then someone says, hey, there's a club that does this. Now all of a sudden you're stronger because you're exercising. Now when someone says, hey, there's a Tai Chi club, you say, okay, I can do that because I've made myself stronger. Or, oh, let's go play pickleball. Okay, my legs, I feel more confident. Let's go play pickleball. Oh, let's go play golf. Whatever it is, because you are stronger, you're able to do more. But if you don't get your legs strong because you think the functional activity of walking is helping you, or those 3-pound cuff weights that you have next to your bed are helping you, once you're as strong as those 3-pound cuff weights, they're a waste of time. But if you think you're doing that, you're just lying to yourself. Don't lie to yourself, okay? go to the gym, do the hard work, because the more you work and you put effort into your body, the more it will benefit you. You'll be able to do so much more. You'll be active. You'll be around your grandkids. If your kids say, hey, mom, dad, we want to go on a vacation, it's a little bit active, there's a little bit of hiking and stuff, you say, sure, let's go. You're not a burden. You're not slowing anybody down. You could still do whatever you want to do. You could still be independent. You've worked your asses off to get to be senior citizens, to be retired, to be able to move around and do whatever you want to do. Why would you work all those years, 30, 40 years, to get to the retirement age where now you have all this free time and you can enjoy yourself, and now you're trapped in your body? Why would you want to be trapped in your body? Why would you want to say, well, I can't do it, it's old age, it is what it is? No, it's not what it is. Doctors tell you it's old age, they tell you it's arthritis, so they tell you, oh, you got to lose some weight. Well, you lose some weight by going to the gym and exercising, but if you've been the same weight that you've always been, that's really probably not why you're slowing down. Arthritis, anybody over the age of 56 years old is going to have arthritis. It's going to come up on the x-ray. It doesn't mean that's what's causing your pain. And the old age, you can't do anything about your age, but you can make yourself a better 60-year-old, a better 70-year-old, a more fit 80-year-old. You can do all these things. They're within your grasp. All you have to do is do the work. And all it takes is go online and look, gyms near me. Again, if you're near us in Amityville or Plainview, give us a call and say, I want to come in, I want to learn how to work out. I'm not going to try to swindle you. I tell patients all the time, come in, learn how to work out. Once you do your 10 sessions with us, then go to a gym, spend 10, 15 bucks a month and learn. And now that you've learned how to work out, you've learned the rules, now go. You'll start to multiply all the different things you can do for yourself, and you're a completely different person than when you've walked in. We've had people that came and started working out, never lifted a weight in their life. They started at 65 years old. I knew the lady, she stopped during COVID, and she was like 80-something years old. She was still working out. She did jazzercise. She did all this other stuff because she lifted weights. You got to put fuel in the tank. You got to feed the horse. Whatever other adage you want to come up with, expression you want to come up with, to remember that you need to service your body. You don't think that, oh, because I walk, it's going to do anything for you. It is not. You have to lift weights. Sarcopenia, just the way it sounds, look it up, you see what I'm talking about, and understand that muscle mass equals strength, strength equals function. You need strength to do all the functional activities. What's the easiest thing you can do? Stand up from a chair. Well, you need your glutes, you need your quads, and they need to be strong enough to do that. If they're not, all of a sudden now you're gonna have to use your triceps and your lats. You have to push yourself up. And if they're too weak, then you have to have somebody else's biceps help you stand up. So you're gonna need all this different help to get you up. Why? Why need all that help? Just go help yourself, lift the weights, do the hard work. It's fun, 45 minutes to an hour, lift the weights, then go do the treadmill for a half an hour, then go enjoy your day. Do it as early as possible. Get up early, get there at 5 o'clock in the morning, do your workout. By 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you're like, oh my God, I forgot I even went to the gym today. It feels like it was yesterday. But you did the hard work, and you get the benefit of instead of a vicious cycle of going downhill, now you're building this new cycle of, no, this is the way my health is gonna be. Now you can go have fun with your grandkids, you can go have fun with your family, do whatever you want to do. You're not a burden. You can keep up. You can keep doing whatever you want to do. All the vacations you want to go on. Think about all the vacations you want to go on that maybe some of them are active. You got to go on hikes or tours, and you think, oh, I can't do that because I can't keep up. Why can't you keep up? All you got to do is go to the gym and take care of yourself. So weightlifting is the absolute most important thing for you. If you feel like you have some kind of limitations where you don't, maybe you feel like you're gonna fall, you have difficulty walking because you're weak, you have loss of balance, loss of stability, all those things physical therapy can take care of. So if you have a physical therapist near you that you trust, and you go into their place and you see that they have good equipment and good exercise equipment, go talk to them and say, hey, look, I wanna come in here, I wanna get stronger, I don't trust my balance, I don't trust my stability, I feel like I'm gonna fall. And to prevent all that, I wanna do some physical therapy. Your doctor, if you have Medicare, you're gonna need a prescription, will gladly write you a prescription for physical therapy. And they'll literally write loss of stability, loss of balance, loss of coordination, fear of falling, difficulty walking. All those things are medically necessary. You go into a physical therapist and they'll teach you how to work out, how to get the muscles you need to get stronger, and then take that. That's like starting a fire. The hardest thing of starting a fire is getting it going. We'll start that fire, and once it's kind of going and you're working out and you're coming towards the end of your therapy, where now Medicare says, okay, well now you'll be able to go and continue this on your own, Go continue it on your own. Don't go home and do nothing. Don't say, well, I'm glad that's over. It ain't over, because you're going to just go, you were up here and you're going to go right back down again. And you're going to have the same problems again. So keep it going, keep the momentum going. And if you're feeling better, maybe a week or two before you're discharged, tell your physical therapist, hey, I want to continue with exercise. Maybe they have a program for you that they say, hey, look, it's X amount a month. You want to come in, we'll supervise you, we'll make sure you can do it correctly. And you say, I want to do that. Fine, I want to continue to weight lift. Maybe they say, hey, look, there's some great gyms nearby. And if you go this one's cheap, that one's cheap. Whatever it is, go and continue with what you're doing. Don't let it go back down. Continue the momentum. Keep it going until you get stronger and stronger and stronger. And the risk of you hurting yourself or any kind of ailments coming up plummet. And if you do hurt yourself, if you for some reason strain a muscle, your rehab is so much shorter because your muscles are nice and strong. Somebody else that comes in that is not strong and they are very out of shape compared to someone else that is in shape, same injury, they'll heal so much slower than the person that keeps himself in shape. So there's no downside whatsoever. Obviously, do every weightlifting exercise with care, do it controlled, make sure you speak to your doctor, make sure it is okay for you to exercise and weight lift, but you want to do all these things for you because that is the key to longevity. There's no pill, sorry. There's no magic injection, sorry. There's no magic superfood. You know, although I believe in superfoods and eating all that stuff, but nothing's going to make your muscles stronger other than going to the gym and doing the work. My name is Dr. Sarcopenia. If you have any other questions, please give us a call. Our number's at the end.